Attention passionate Chicago, BARS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, BARS. Let's get to the news. Now guys, if you've been paying attention to the NFL news cycle over the last few days, you've probably heard some buzz about a potential blockbuster move involving the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's right, reports are swirling that Rachaad, the talented running back from Tampa Bay, might soon find himself donning the navy and orange of the Chicago Bears. And let me tell you, this isn't just some random rumor. It's part of a bigger picture, a strategic move that could have massive implications for the Bears' offense and their entire season. But before I dive into the details, let's contextualize this a bit. The NFL preseason has officially wrapped up, and now teams across the league are in a race against time. They have to trim their rosters down to the mandatory 53 players for the regular season. It's a stressful period for front offices, a time when they weigh every decision, every trade, every cut, all with an eye toward improving their squad before Week 1 kicks off. Some teams are content with what they have, but others are actively looking to make that one last move to push their team over the edge. The Chicago Bears, after a tough 2024 campaign that saw them fall short of postseason aspirations, are no strangers to roster moves. The offseason has been a whirlwind of change for them. They've overhauled the coaching staff, bringing in offensive guru Ben Johnson, who's known for his innovative play calling and offensive schemes. That's a huge upgrade for a team that's been searching for an identity on offense. They've also completely revamped the offensive line, making it more physical and more cohesive to protect their new quarterback and open lanes for the running game. The draft was a major part of that rebuild, and the Bears went all in, selecting some promising offensive weapons and adding depth to their roster. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite all these changes, one key area many fans and analysts expected to see addressed heavily was the running back position. With multiple second-round picks, the Bears had the opportunity to draft a dynamic young back to carry the load. Instead, they opted to bring in Kyle Monangai, a 7th-round pick, who joins D'Andre Swift and Rachaad Johnson in what's shaping up to be a somewhat unproven backfield. Now, that's not to say the Bears don't believe in their current group, but many feel they might still be looking for that extra piece, a proven veteran who can provide reliability, especially in critical situations. And that's where Rachaad comes into the picture. According to Bleacher Report's Alex K., there's a strong possibility that the Bears could make a move to acquire White, trading a 5th-round pick to Tampa Bay in exchange for the running back. Now, why would Chicago want White? Well, it's not just about adding another body to the backfield. White is a versatile player, someone who's shown flashes of brilliance as a receiver out of the backfield, making him a valuable weapon in the passing game. He's also decent in pass protection, which is crucial in today's NFL, especially for a team trying to protect its quarterback and extend drives. But here's the catch. White's rushing ability isn't exactly setting the league on fire. He's an average or below-average rusher, and if you're expecting him to be the guy who carries your ground game, you might be disappointed. That's an important point, especially for Bears fans who are eager to see a more explosive rushing attack. White's skill set is more complementary. He's the type of player who can make a difference in the passing game, on third downs, and in situations where you need a reliable pass protector and a checkdown option. Now some fans might think, hey, if we're bringing in a running back, why not go all in for a guy who can truly carry the load? That's a valid point, but it's also important to recognize what the Bears need right now. Their current backfield is a bit of a mixed bag. Swift is talented, no doubt, but he's coming off injuries, and Rachaad Johnson, while promising, is still unproven. Adding White could bring some stability, especially in the passing game, and give the offense a new dimension. However, if the Bears are going to trade for a back, it should be for someone who can lift the entire rushing attack, someone who can punch through defenses and consistently gain yards on the ground. White, as talented as he may be in the passing game, doesn't quite fit that mold. His rushing upside doesn't match the profile of a workhorse back, and pairing him with Swift seems redundant unless they see him as a complement rather than a starter. So the big question is, should the Bears pull the trigger on this trade? Well, the front office, led by GM Ryan Poles, has shown they're not afraid to make bold moves if they believe it'll improve the team. They're always scouting for talent, looking for that under-the-radar gem or a proven veteran to add to their roster. But in this case, White's skill set might not be the perfect fit. Chicago needs a back who can truly elevate their ground game, someone who can consistently gain tough yards and break tackles, not just a player who excels in the passing game. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The NFC North is becoming more competitive each year, and the Bears are aware that they can't afford to stay stagnant. The Lions have been building a formidable offense. The Packers are always a threat with their quarterback and young talent, and the Vikings are looking to bounce back after a challenging season. For Chicago, making the right roster moves is essential not just for this season, but for establishing a new identity, one that's aggressive, balanced, and capable of competing at the highest level. Adding a player like Rachaad White could be a step in that direction, especially if it frees up the offense to be more dynamic. But again, it's about fit and vision. The Bears have invested heavily in their offense, revamping the line and drafting new weapons, but the running game still needs that extra spark. If they decide that White can serve as a reliable third-down back and a safety valve for their quarterback, then maybe this trade makes sense. But if they're looking for someone to carry the load, then they might need to look elsewhere. And let's not forget, this is all speculation at this point. Nothing is finalized, and the NFL trade deadline is still a few weeks away. The Bears will no doubt be monitoring the market, evaluating all options, and trying to find the best fit for their team's long-term success. They've got a talented roster, a new coaching staff, and a clear vision for the future. They want to be competitive, and every move they make in these final days of roster cutdowns could be pivotal. In the end, this potential trade for Rachaad White isn't just about adding a player. It's about strategy, about assessing what the team truly needs to take that next step. Will White fit into their plans? That's still up in the air, but one thing is for sure. The Bears are paying close attention, and they're ready to pounce if the opportunity presents itself. They know that every move counts, especially in a division as tough as the NFC North, where rivalries are fierce and the margin for error is razor-thin. So, Bears fans, keep your eyes peeled. This could be the move that propels your team into serious playoff contention or simply a fascinating chapter in this ongoing offseason saga. Whatever happens, one thing's certain. The Chicago Bears are not standing still. They're actively shaping their future, and their fans should be excited to see what's next. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think the Bears should go all in for Rachaad White, or do you believe they should look elsewhere for that back who can truly change the game on the ground? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. Thanks for being part of this journey, and let's keep the passion alive.